night hype, in the words of, you know, MC8. Shout out to MC8, late night creep. So I wanted to talk about the statements that were made by Gilbert Arenas that everybody is piling on Gilbert Arenas about, and basically expanding something that isn't as bad as they're making it out to be. But once again, shout out to Ticket TV for people once again displaying selective outrage. But like I said before, it's easy to pick on black people because they know that you're going to have less resistance. And a lot of people love to pile on black people. Now, here we are, a couple of weeks removed from Ryan Garcia on social media saying that he wanted to join the KKK and kill black people. And he said discouraging remarks about, George Floyd, but yet he didn't receive the backlash that Gilbert Arenas received for what he said about the South Sudan basketball players. Now, did Gilbert Arenas go overboard? Was his comments ignorant? Absolutely. Was his comments disrespectful? Absolutely. Now, he apologized, but Ryan Garcia continues to say stupid stuff. And this is why I say to a certain degree that black men are cowards, just like black men are being cowards to a certain degree, worried about whether black women are going to be upset if they don't support Kamala Harris, which I'm going to speak on Kamala Harris maybe tonight. If not tonight, I'll speak on Kamala Harris basically tomorrow, and how black women can kiss my ass if they think they're going to bully me and harass me and shame me, and supporting somebody that don't really claim to, that really on the inside don't really claim to be black and has really no ties to the black community whatsoever. But we'll speak on that later on, because I'm going to do a series of videos where I'm going to give you a, a reminder of Kamala Harris' history and how she really feels about the black community and black people. But nevertheless, I ain't worried about you black women being mad. That's just real talk. If you want the smoke, bring it. I'm ready. But nevertheless, speaking upon Gilbert Arenas has a history of saying stupid stuff. But then to a certain degree, I remember when Gilbert Arenas was cooning it up, protecting Ryan Garcia before we even found out that he, cheated against Devin Haney. But Gilbert Arenas has a history. He said stupid stuff about black women. This is the same dude that said that he's not going to be, eating the box for the next couple of weeks because basically he got his teeth cleaned and fixed. So, Gilbert Arenas, I've seen him on Ticket TV's channel. Gilbert Arenas, he's a interesting person to say the least, but Gilbert Arenas doesn't think before he talks sometimes. Now, I heard the Dreamers Pro dude sitting up there crying, because that's what he basically was doing, sitting up there crying, talking about what Gilbert Arenas said was racist. First of all, what he said wasn't racist because those Sudan dudes are black. So it wasn't racist. Was it derogatory? Absolutely. Was it ignorant? Absolutely. But to say racist, come on, man, you reaching. Now, I don't usually say people's names because I don't want to be accused of clout chasing. Now, if the dude see this video and he responds to me, whatever, not worried about him. But then again, I think he's African. But then the funny thing is, if you look at a lot of the dudes from Africa versus the dudes from America, they have a history of taking shots and attacking black American men. So now what do we have? Do we have a situation where they can dish it out, but they can't take it? But that's usually the case. That's usually the case. So Africans have a long history. African men and women have a long history of dissing and disrespecting black American men and women. But like I said before, Gilbert Arenas' comments was ignorant to say the least. But listening to that dude, Dreamers Pro, say his comments was racist, that's the wrong terminology to use. Wasn't even remotely, it wasn't nothing racist about it. And then to sit up there and try to play that game, that's what kind of like pissed me off about that dude. But yet, once again, that Negro didn't say anything in regards to what Ryan Garcia said. And a lot of people downplayed what Ryan Garcia said. So I don't condone what Gilbert Arenas said, because Gilbert Arenas has a history of saying stupid stuff. He has a history of saying stupid stuff. So eventually Gilbert Arenas is going to say something stupid. He said something stupid, and that's it. That's all. But for the media to try to come after him the way they're coming after him, that's where I have a problem. Where's all this smoke for J.J. Redick, who allegedly been going around, have a history of going around calling black women the N-word? Where was all this atrocity and outrage for Dana White, who was on video slapping his wife? Where's all this energy for the New York Knicks owner James Dolan? Where's all this questionable energy for Bob Kraft, owner of the Patriots? So that's the problem that I have, and that's what pisses me off. People coming on here piling on Gilbert Arenas, just like for some reason people were piling on Jaylen Brown for basically giving his honest opinion about LeBron James' son. Now, like I said before, Gilbert Arenas shouldn't have said what he said. Very ignorant and stupid statements made by one Gilbert Arenas. I forgive him, because this is my thing. I gotta forgive Gilbert Arenas, because it's funny how black people can forgive people that say and do things to us on a regular basis. But let me get this straight: we're gonna pile and cancel Gilbert Arenas. Cancel for what? And why is it when we say something, it's never enough? Even when we say we apologize, hey, I apologize, I shouldn't have said, they just won't shut up about it. But then when they apologize, they tell us to move on. They demand that we move on. Now, I can understand that Gilbert Arenas said he wished bodily harm and all that kind of stuff, but I see his statements, and like I said, they were stupid. They were very stupid. But I'm not going to sit up here and just say, the hell with Gilbert Arenas, and oh my gosh, I was deeply disturbed and upset by what he said. And Rob Parker, shut your ass up, dude. Stop it. And my thing is, where's the, you know what I'm saying? Why is Stephen A. Smith defending Gilbert Arenas? He didn't have no problem defending Megyn Kelly. He had no problem defending Jerry Jones. Like I said, he used wrong choice of words. Bad choice of words. But that's just basically it. I'm not going to play these games with y'all in regards to Gilbert Arenas. Absolutely not. I'm not the biggest fan of Gilbert Arenas for a lot of different things. Okay? I'm not. When he tried to diss Devin Haney, and then people trying to, and dudes like Gilbert Arenas, I can't stand dudes like him. When you have somebody that's more knowledgeable of a particular subject, and you try and explain to him, and he still has an opinion that's a little slighted or very slighted, and he not trying to listen because he has this need to be right, then sometimes you just got to like disregard people like him. And that's just real talk. Listen, one of the reasons why I have the audience that I have, because I've never said that I know everything. I've learned from people, and people have sent me things. If I'm a little off or a little inaccurate, I don't have no problem with people correcting me and stuff. Sometimes I ask if I'm not sure. So I don't sit up here and say I'm right, you're wrong, because I'm the one sitting up here talking. But I will give the best knowledge I can. I don't sit up here and talk boxing because I don't know how boxing works. I am a credentialed boxing media member. So with that being said, for the most part, I understand how it works. Well, here's the thing about the word tether, anchor baby, because at the end of the day, a lot of those immigrant black people, they come here just like Hispanic immigrants or other forms of non-black immigrants. They come to the States, come out the gate having this vitriol and disrespect towards black people, not even knowing what we go through here on a regular basis. We go through systematic racism every day, not just through white people, but other groups of people. Everybody got something to say about American black people, but then they always emulating and swagger jacket and stealing ideas from American black people and profiting off of black people. But then they don't want to spread the wealth, have a history of disenfranchising black people. So that's why we have issues with y'all. A lot of times we welcome y'all and tried to form a union, a common union, a bond, and y'all don't want to have nothing to do with us. You come here out the gate trying to disrespect us, and you have no fucking clue what we go through. So that's why we have the attitude towards y'all that we have. Y'all started it, not us. Because you believe what was told to y'all and what y'all saw on TV and how we were portrayed on television. And you really thought that's how we all are. And a lot of times black people have opened and extended their hands out to black immigrants on a regular basis, saying, join us, let's fight together, let's work together. And y'all don't want to have nothing to do with us. So if you got an attitude about that being called tethers or anchor babies or whatever the case may be, look at yourselves. Okay? Real talk. Look at yourselves. Anyway, but like I said before, Gilbert Arenas apologized, and I'm moving on. I forgive him. I forgive him for being ignorant, and that's just basically the bottom line. And I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time talking about this because, like I said before, y'all the same Negroes that's been caping for Ryan Garcia. And that's the thing. Where's people defending Gilbert Arenas saying, hey, he made a mistake? But these people said next to nothing. These coward ass black people, these coward ass content creators, they got all the smoke in the world for black people, but then they don't say nothing about these non-blacks that disrespect us. So it is what it is. And I stand on what I say 100%. You want to know why black people, you want to know why black people have an attitude towards immigrant blacks? Because of y'all. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Y'all. A lot of times they give some of y'all the resources that they should give to us. That's owed to us. So stop it, dude. You do not want to have this conversation with me. So don't try to play victim now. Don't try to say, oh, why? Well, how are we benefiting from this? Yeah, exactly. How are we benefiting from this? Who's been the problem? Who's been initiating this stuff? Who's been trying to distance themselves from y'all? The ones that refer to us as American blacks. instead of saying blacks. But then when something happened to y'all asses, then all of a sudden, oh, we're all black. Y'all the ones that have tried to different y'all selves, not us. Y'all the ones that tried to say that y'all different from us. Y'all the ones that said that y'all don't want no attachment to us. Y'all the ones that were saying, came up with the terminology American blacks. Y'all the ones that said we shouldn't call ourselves Africans. So fuck y'all. Now what? So how's that for a response? So I'm just telling the truth. Don't get mad at me. Don't try to play victim now. You tired of the word teller? Well, then get on code. I'm just saying. It don't no. It doesn't matter whether you're African. It doesn't matter whether you East Indian. It doesn't matter. We just saying. We just said y'all the ones that be trying to look down on us. So here's the thing: don't start none, won't be none. Keep y'all mouth shut. Get on code. You ever heard of the terminology strength in numbers? So once again, don't play victim. Don't try to act like, oh, we're mistreating y'all. We're looking down on y'all. Y'all started this. You wanted smoke, so you got it. So that's all I'm saying. But getting back to Gilbert Arenas, Gilbert Arenas is gonna say something stupid again, but I am gonna have to come to the defense of Gilbert Arenas, which I am not a big fan of Gilbert Arenas whatsoever. Because I think they're taking something and running with it. People say stuff about black people all the time. But then not only do you have people that are not black that decide to insert themselves, and I'm gonna say this again to people that are not black, to white people, to Hispanics, and to non-blacks. Once again, this ain't y'all business. Stay out of it. Mind your own business. But they leave next to the United States. Who, me? You the one talking about why do we call people tellers? Well, you need to they come down here and come into this country try to look down on us saying that we're lazy. First of all, there wouldn't be no America if it wasn't for black people. Like I said in one of my previous streams, if every black person picked up and left this country would instantly. Okay, well then here's the thing. Why don't you tell them? Why don't you tell them? Don't. I give you. I can't talk. Pose the question and I just answered it. Let me give you an example. Pose the question and I just answered it. Let me give you an example. It's this African man. He real cool. He always give me some. He owned 2. He gave me a discount. He gave me extra food. He an African man. He owned the cheesesteak place, and he all won at he always look out. We always had conversations, but he cool. He understand the mission. He always thanked me. So he understand the mission. We always had little understand the mission. We always had little conversations. He always thanked me as a whole. You talk to them. I don't have no us. And that's what we be trying to explain to goofy Negroes like that dude Myron Gaines, who continues to embarrass himself, who keeps getting roasted and toasted. That's what we try to explain to people like him. I ain't even gonna include that dude Sneeko because I don't even consider him black. Dude is an Asian, and he need to shut his ass up. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Dudes like him who try to sit up there and have the audacity to say that nothing's stopping black people from being successful. Are you sure about that? I just seen it. I just seen the story where a black man basically suing a company for basically uh discriminating against him because of his name. He basically sent this same company the same exact resume, and he changed the name, and I guess he changed his race, and then he got a call for an interview. So please don't tell me that this, so please don't tell me that people don't be holding black people back. Anytime they see black people progressing, whether it's a successful business, then here these people come trying to buy it because they don't want black people to have generational wealth. They don't want us to pass wealth and businesses off and legacy off to our families, to our descendants. Yeah, you could leave somebody money, but money could disappear. But if you leave some a symbol of your legacy, a business or something like that, that's more important. That has more value. So that's all I'm saying. So to sit up there and say that they don't that there's not anything that's holding black people back from being successful, I have to call BS on that. That's been proven time and time again. You still got black people now suing banks and stuff for basically giving them higher interest rates for loans and all that kind of stuff. Or when they trying to sell their house, devaluing their house because they're black. Just see the story a couple of years ago where this couple was trying to sell their house. Basically, when they found out that the people was black, they tried to devalue their house. But then when they had their white friend come in and pretend that he was the owner, all of a sudden the value of the house skyrocketed. So please don't tell me there's no difference. But anyway, just wanted to get that across about Gilbert Arenas. I'm not going to keep piling on Gilbert Arenas. I forgive Gilbert Arenas, and I think black people as a whole, we need to move on from this. We ain't finna keep carrying on about this. Gilbert Arenas said something stupid. The same way they wanted to sweep the Ryan Garcia stuff under the rug, the stuff about Josh Giddey, the JJ Riddick stuff. We need to move on from this Gilbert Arenas thing. I'm not finna spend the next 2 weeks talking about this stuff. You see, they let that Ryan Garcia stuff die down. That should have been a nationwide story. That should have reseed in with him said that he wanted to kill black people and join the KKK. But not only did you have people that I mean, you expect people that don't look like us to downplay what he said, but you have some black people defending him, talking about they forgive him. But these the same people that have all this negative energy towards Devin Haney. So stop it. I never said that. Did you not hear me say that? Did you not hear me say that I don't rock with Gilbert Arenas like that? Did you? Did I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I'm not finna pile on Gilbert Arenas for him saying something stupid. When people say something disrespectful towards black people on a regular basis, and we don't have this outrage, not only do they demand that we let it go, they tell us, they come up with all these terminologies to try to shame and say we being too emotional. So I'm gonna say that some people are being too emotional about what Gilbert Arenas said, and that Dreamers Pro dude, he is. I mean, come on, he putting 2 on the 10. How you gonna say Gilbert Arenas' statements was racist when you black like Gilbert Arenas just because you come from somewhere else? Once again, it's not it's not racist what he said. It's ignorant, it's derogatory, but not racist. So there you have it. It's your boy Town. I'm out.